What's up, squeegee slingers and water-fed pole wiggling wagglers? Welcome to another video on the Tradman YouTube channel, and today we're going to delve right into the Tradmobile, have a look what she's got on board, all the traditional gear, all the water-fed pole gear. So let's get on and have a look, shall we? So on top of the van we have two ladders. One is a 27 rung A-frame Ramsey ladder, and the other one, same make, Ramsey, based in Scotland here. This is a 9 rung aluminium ladder, so obviously short and long, big buildings, small buildings. Let's have a look on top of the van. You'll be able to get a bit of a better view. And attached to them here we've got the Rhino clamps. These are really good if you want to get your ladders on and off really quickly, and if you want that peace of mind as well, it's also got a lock inbuilt into the handle, so it gives you that peace of mind overnight that your ladders are safe and secure. Okay, so those are the two ladders I use for traditional work, and the actual roof rack itself is a steel Rhino roof rack, so highly recommend them, really safe and solid. And it's also got the roller at the back of the van as well, really handy, absolutely love this. So this roller here, put your ladder against it and just simply push the ladder up the roller and onto the roof. So much easier than trying to lift your ladders on and off of your vehicle. Will really save you a lot of neck and shoulder issues. Highly recommend you get a roof rack like that if you can. So moving on to some of the bits and bobs down here, we're going to have a look at the backpack next. So here we have the facelift big boy backpack. This is the version 2 from Window Cleaning Warehouse. Now, great little backpack, these ones, with the battery and the pump inbuilt. I'm going to be doing a full video on this a bit later on and what I use it for, but this is just a quick overview of what it is. So at the bottom it's got your flow controls, and you've actually got the on and off switch is either basically a flow control on setting 1, and on setting 2 basically it goes into full blast. Okay, so but like I say, we'll go into a bit more depth later on. We've got this pole here as well, which is the Ionic Hydra pole. It's a carbon fiber 32-foot pole. Now, I did do a review of this pole a little while ago. Really not my cup of tea for a window cleaning pole. Found a few issues with it, but as a sprayer it's actually quite good. So we've got the sprayer attached there, as you can see. So whatever chemical I put in the backpack, I just feed it up through this pole and onto things like up there, like your fascias and soffits and that kind of idea. So that's the backpack there with the Ionic Hydra pole for my chemical and solution spraying. Onto the water-fed pole, purified water-fed pole system. We've got 100 meters of hose on a reel there. Now, I've been debating whether to get an inbuilt hose reel or not for a little while, but I do like the basically ability to be able to put the reel wherever you want. I've got quite a long bit of hose attached to the reel, which then goes to the pump, which we'll have a look at in just a minute. But it just means I can basically put this reel wherever I want, so I'm not really restricted. When I park up at a job, I don't have to have the van pointing a certain way. I can put the reel wherever I want, whether it's the right hand side of the van or left hand side of the van, or here right at the back, facing whatever way I want, and away I go. So the only downside really is that, one, it's a manual reel, so you have to wind it in manually, okay? And the downside as well is because it's a little bit heavy, so lifting it in and out, just watch yourselves. Remember, bend those knees, keep your back straight if you do have one of them, because speaking from experience, you may injure yourself over time lifting that in and out. So word of warning for you there. We'll come on to the actual water-fed pole system in just a second, but next here on the floor we've got two traditional poles. So we've got this one here, which is the Trad pole. It's a carbon fiber fiberglass hybrid pole, so 50-50, and that again is from Facelift. It's Window Cleaning Warehouse, both of these poles. That one I believe is about 12 foot long, and we've done a bit of a DIY modification on the end here. So I've actually got a water-fed pole angle adapter and simply screwed the Mormon accelerator handle to it. So I've got a full range of motion with the angles here using this lever, so I can put the squeegee handle at any angle I need. And then obviously the accelerator itself has several angles on the squeegee as well. So it's a very versatile tool, that one. Really great for your traditional work. And same kind of story with this. This is a fully carbon fiber traditional pole. This is the Phantom 30-foot pole with a rubber end cap. And these clamps, oh my goodness, and you'll know if you've tried it, folks, these Facelift Phantom clamps, best on the market at the moment. Really fantastic clamps, love these. And again, it's got the water-fed pole angle adapter with the Mormon handle screwed to it. So we've got the short for low trad work and the longer pole for higher trad work, ready to rock and roll. We've got a traditional window cleaning bucket just here with an attachment that allows me to put small and large applicators in there. We've got, I think it's a medium size 14-inch applicator and a 6-inch. I've got some other larger applicators in the van as well. We've got some tools, we've got a duster here. Added this little attachment, which basically means I can shove this duster into the water-fed pole or the trad pole and use the duster, and then quickly take it out and put the Mormon squeegee back on. I'll leave a link in the top of the screen up there somewhere for you, and you can see how I've basically made these poles and the advantages to what I've done with them. Okay, moving on, we've got the trad belt here. Now I'll probably do an updated video at some point on my trad belt, so I won't go too in depth on that just now. But yeah, we've got the trad belt all there. That actually hangs up on a little bungee up there, so it's nice and easy to just quickly grab it when needed. We've got our water container here. Now that's just regular tap water. That is for my traditional use. Okay, so I keep my purified water for the obviously water-fed pole work, and I keep this container with just regular tap water for my traditional work. Okay, so that is basically everything on the floor, from the spraying, the water-fed pole, and the traditional equipment. So moving on to inside of the van, we've got a couple of pole holders here. It's just DIY, this is homemade. So this is just plastic downpipe. So if I can show you here, maybe on the house, same kind of idea. You can see the gutters here, that's a downpipe, just in case you don't know. So exactly the same idea, it's just a bit of that that's then strapped to the roof of the van. Really nice, quick and easy way to store your poles nice and tidy. Let's use a few of them. In here, this is the Window Cleaning Warehouse 225 litre purified water system with the DI delivery on it. Okay, so we've got the Unger Hydro on the top, just fits nicely in a little groove on there, as you can see. So the Unger Hydro, because my water here is just below 40 ppm, so if you don't know what that is, that's parts per million. So it's very, very soft water here in northeast Scotland. So I get away with using the regular, just one bag, I think it's 6 litre DI resin chamber on there. You get two and 3 stage Unger Hydros, so but I only need the single one. I do quite a lot of traditional work, and I just use the water-fed pole for those tricky, awkward jobs, or that are maybe not safe to do traditionally. So just need 225 litres for myself. I am just a one-man band, so do not need too much. Okay then, so moving actually over to the pump itself and what pumps our pure water out to our water-fed pole. We'll just show you that up close. So basically, normally they come fitted inside of a little gap inside of the tank there, but just for ease of access, I took everything apart and put everything up on the wall here, so everything's nice and easy to access. So we've got our pump here on the wall, all right, and then we've got our filter as well, and a control panel just up here, facelift control panel with a split relay that sends the charge from the battery at the front of the van, comes along a cable and then into there, and then powers our battery for the pump here. And yep, we've got the battery, which is inside this handy little box, which my father kindly made for me, as he used to be a joiner before he became a window cleaner. So he banged that up in just a couple of minutes. Did a good job of that. Nice battery holder for me. So everything's nice and neat on the wall, very handy, and yeah, nice and easy to access very quickly from the back of the van. So essentially how this works is we've got our green hose here, which is our fill hose. So you can imagine just running the hose from a tap source along this green hose, goes down into here, which is our fill point. Okay, and then that goes inside of the tank, and then it comes out of here, this one, into the Unger Hydro. Okay, so that's our tap water coming along here and into the Unger Hydro, fills up the hydro, goes through the resin, out the top of here, and then down and into our tank. So that is how that works. So there we have that, folks. That's the whole system and all the bits and bobs at the back of the van. So let's go into the side compartments and have a look what we've got in there. Now, first things first, we've got our filling hose. So if I ever get to a job and I think I need a bit more pure water in the tank, this is the hose that I'll use. So I'll connect this to the customer's tap and then run that into the system, so that'll top me up even while I'm working. I can fill and work at the same time, so that's nice and handy. We've got our box of spares. This is all trad stuff mainly, so we've got some squeegees, applicator sleeves and the like, so that's all in here. Next things we come over, we've got our squeegee rubber. I'm actually testing and using the Unger Power Green rubber at the moment, so I'll be doing a review on that very shortly. Coming over here, we've got our box of basically spares and repairs for the water-fed pole. If anything happens, then I've got lots of spare bits and pieces. Always good idea to have some spare stuff. Again, same idea with that box. It's all full of clips, O-rings, you name it, it's in there, water-fed pole related. We've also got some shoe covers is here for doing internal work. Great idea having shoe covers. So that's basically that stuff there. Over in that box, we've got our chemicals. So things like razor wash, dish soap, Unger rub out. There's some concrete cleaning stuff. Let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, this is great. Winsol Crystal Clear 50/50 for glass cleaning, water spot removal, hard water stains and cement, all that kind of stuff. I've been trying out this, which a lot of people haven't seen before. Yeah, it's not overly great, to be honest. It's one of those things that's been around for a long time. And all this is basically you connect it to your water-fed pole brush, and it's supposed to pump chemicals from that chamber, this one here, out to your brush. But I just found it wasn't particularly good. There was a few leaks here and there, and I've just kind of carried on using the backpack. But I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a go and see how good or how bad it is. But I dare say it's something I'll keep as a backup if my backpack ever decides to, well, pack up on me. Now that's that one done, so close that door off. Come into the front of the cab here, just explain a few things. So in the front here we've got our waterproofs, because I work pretty much rain, wind, you name it, snow, whatever. So I've got some really good waterproof trousers and a really nice warm thick waterproof coat as well. Good to invest in good quality workwear. Here, this is just my camera equipment, so if I'm out on the job and I fancy recording something, I've got all my camera gear ready to rock and roll. Down on the floor here, we've got all our basically like payment slips, advertising stuff, business cards, all that kind of thing. That's all tucked away under the seat, so should I run out of stuff in my folder, which is here, I'll just obviously top it up. I don't have to think, oh, rubbish, I've left everything at home. Keep your box of flyers and whatnot with you, and you've always got them, and you can kind of keep an eye when you need to order more as well. So yes, indeed, coming over to this, we've got our folder. Good to have a nice business folder with you. It's got business cards, flyers, pens, notepads, all that kind of stuff for doing quotations. So it looks very professional when you roll up to the door and you've got a nice business folder. Coming over to the center of the console here, we've got our payment machine. So we do accept debit and credit cards. Really good machine. This is iZettle. I can highly recommend this one. Absolutely fantastic. We used to use SumUp. A few of you have maybe used that before, but our customers found that on the SumUp machine, there was no actual buttons to it. It was all a flat surface that you pushed all the keys. Our elderly customers didn't really appreciate that. They wanted actual physical buttons that they could push. So, because we like to keep our customers happy, we got this iZettle machine, which has got nice individual buttons on it, so everybody loves it. A nice good display, nice bright screen. So highly recommend that, really good. And finally, coming to the driver's side of things, we've got our high-vis vest, which has all of our logos and stuff on it, for especially usually doing commercial stuff. I'll normally pop that on, ready to rock and roll. And that's basically essentially it. I know it's going to be weird for those of you that drive on the other side to see the steering wheel here, but yes, in the UK we like to drive on the right side. Yes, indeed, I said the right side. So there we have it, folks. Now you have seen the insides of the Tradmobile and everything that I use on a week-to-week basis, and it's one of those things that I'm sure you'll agree, as time goes on, you refine your vehicle, you refine how things are laid out, the things that you actually use, you add to them. And so it's always a progressing thing, isn't it, with your window cleaning vehicle, whether you've got employees or it's just you on your own. It's always good to keep thinking to yourself, how could I improve this? How could I make things better? What can I add, to my vehicle that's going to make my life a lot easier and get more money coming in as well? It's always good to keep doing these things. So what I'll do to finish, I'll leave you with a nice little look around the van, and I'll see you in the next video. You take care, be good, and bye for now.